Don't be blinded by the green today. We've had a ton of volatility. You need to continue to guard against those ugly down days like we endured last week. Now, I've always told you that you need to own some gold as insurance against economic chaos. And despite a temporary pullback last week, the precious metal's gone into overdrive lately. Now, there are a lot of ways to own gold. You can go with the bullion if you can find it. You can buy the GLD, which is an exchange-traded fund that owns the commodity. So you don't have to, or you can go with the gold miners. And this is where I can give you value added, because my favorite miner is Barrick Gold. It's the operation that created by the merger of Randgold with old Barrick at the end of 2018. The combined company is now the world's premier gold producer with a phenomenal portfolio of low-cost mines all over the world. Barrick's most recent quarter was fantastic. Stock is up double digits for 2020, and I think it's a great place to hunker down in the chaotic roller coaster of a market. Don't take it from me, though. Hey, let's dig deeper with Mark Bristow. He's the president and CEO of Barrick Gold, and my favorite miner. Hear about his company's prospects. Dr. Bristow, welcome back to Mad Money.
Hello, Jim. How are you doing?
Well, Mark, you told me that this merger would be gigantic. A 2 + 2 is 5. This one's looking like a 2 + 2 is 7. Big dividend boost, unbelievable lower costs. How did you put it together?
You know, proper due diligence, Jim, and when you combine high quality assets with high quality people, you always get high quality results.
Now, you have found, I think when people go through your documents, that Nevada has a safe place. I'm used to you drilling in places that aren't safe, but Nevada's an unbelievable gold producer for you guys.
So that's important. That was a key component of this combination, was to really consolidate Nevada, and really that's the foundation of value for Barrick. Then we've got the opportunities and the risks in South America, Central America, one of the biggest gold mines in the world. And then you look at Papua New Guinea, the Rim of Fire, a place that we've got to go to find those big elephants. And Africa, you know well, Jim, you've walked that voyage with me. High-quality assets in a continent where you can make money and deliver value, as we proved in Randgold Resources.
You have always been telling me it's not enough just to have gold. You like dividends. You like to put money in people's pocket. 40% dividend increase for Q4? That's
correct. And if you look back at from the announcement on the 23rd of September 2018, more than 100% increase in dividends. And what's more, it's based on the quality of our P&L, our earnings.
Right. Now, you did something else in terms of, we call it impact per share. You talk about ESG. I don't see that when I read a lot of mining reports. You call it not just a social imperative. You say it's a commercial one. What are you doing?
Exactly. You've got to be, in this modern world, we've got to be good citizens as well as good businessmen. And when you go to emerging markets, it's very important that you realize you're managing national assets, and those people in those countries should benefit from your activities, just like we expect to deliver value for our shareholders. We're equally intent to make sure that we earn our social license, and those stakeholders in those countries also benefit.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Africa. I have been telling people over and over again that my friend Mark Bristow is not worried about these different kinds of infections. The one you dealt with, you were at the epicenter of it, Ebola, and you were not scared, and you developed methods to be able to do commerce. Could you please tell the people in this country who are petrified that there are ways to do commerce and business even in the toughest places?
You can manage this, as you correctly say. We went through the West African Ebola outbreak. It was put to bed. We are still dealing with the Eastern DRC Ebola crisis. In fact, we've had now 10 days, Jim, of no new infections. So that's fantastic. We're turning it around. And what that's taught us is how to manage these situations, and the importance of knowing where people have come from, making sure that we attend to hygiene, that we control the access of people into our operations, and more importantly, managing the logistics and the inventory of our critical consumables and those high-moving items. And you can be rest assured that the whole of Barrick across the globe looks like our assets used to look like in West Africa when that first Ebola outbreak happened.
Well, I appreciate that courage and encouragement. One last question, Mark. I think you and I both know it, and you taught me this. We're running out of gold in terms of easy to find gold. I feel that this is gold's time, that this is not just a small move. We could be in a multi-year move, given the fact that you've got all the good assets. The other guys don't seem to have any money. Could I be right that there is finally, not enough gold and not enough miners, that this is your time?
Absolutely, and never has there been such a alignment of all the different fundamentals that support the gold price. You know, when you look back post-1972, there was a period of deflation. Gold price, was, where we had negative interest rates. Then we went through the sort of positive interest rates in the back end of the last century, and as you know, we had a very low gold price, and we've been in this negative interest rate for some time now. On top of it, as you point out, we're forecasting somewhere around 30% decline in new gold production over the next 10 years. And then if you look at gold prices risen in every single currency to almost record levels. And that's despite the fact that the equities have continued to perform strongly. So there's something happening here, Jim, apart from the fundamentals and the tightening of supply. In the global economy, there's a nervousness.
Right.
We might not be at the top of the market, but we are a lot closer to the top than the bottom, and people need to have a bit of insurance.
Boy, do they ever.
And I think one other thing I would leave you with is, for the first time last year, we saw gold equities outperform the gold price.
Right.
First time for a very long time. It's good to buy some gold.
I agree with you, Mark Bristow, CEO of Barrick Gold. A winner. Thank you so much, sir. You heard what he said. Stocks are actually outperforming the bullion, and this is the best one known. Mad Money's back in the break.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.